Hey guys, well I'm back in my lovely state of Arkansas, and I got in late last night around 12:30, 12:45, and I didn't really feel like unloading everything, so I just went ahead and drove my truck fully loaded today. I actually already started unloading it because I started this video and didn't realize the camera stopped, so I'm going to show you what I already got unloaded. This is a drive shaft out of the Z28 Camaro. It should be the same length and everything as mine, so I got that. These joints, it's called a U-joint or a universal joint. These joints actually go bad, but for the most part a drive shaft doesn't really go bad, so I'll probably never need this, but I got it extra just in case. Also, I've got a spot behind my house where the water stands, and I've been needing to put a drain in there, so I scored some 6-inch drain, about 15 feet of it, and I should be able to put that down, drill some holes in it, and then I'll put rock around it, and that'll help the water move away from my house back there. This here is a motorcycle jack. On a normal traditional jack, you only have one spot to pick up, and whenever you do that, the bike can pivot either way and side to side. So it's kind of crucial when you're picking up something like a motorcycle or a four-wheeler or something like that, that you use something that's got two spots. So my stepdad hooked me up with this. He doesn't really use it, so first thing is I'll use it for my motorcycle. Second thing is it kind of doubles as a dolly, but a dolly with a lift, so I can set a motor on this and then be able to lift it up a little bit and stuff like that. So yeah. Next up we got a radiator. This was out of the Z28 Camaro also. I don't know if it leaks or anything, but actually I lied. This is out of the El Camino. I don't think it leaks because it actually had coolant still in it, but it's possible that it leaks higher up. Anyway, it'll fit in the Camaro, and this I will definitely need someday. The next thing I got is a Hvlp gravity feed spray gun. This is a Harbor Freight paint gun. So basically I'll be able to paint vehicles and stuff. I don't have an air compressor, so I actually can't, but I'm in the process of looking for one. I don't know when I can buy one, but one day soon, hopefully. Okay, this thing's actually more stable than it looks. It's just that we're on a hill right now. It's a pretty steep hill. This is a benchtop sandblasting cabinet. Basically you put sand inside there, open this side door here, fill your parts inside of this, and then you just run your gun in there, and you can sandblast inside of there, and it keeps everything contained. Basically these holes right here are glove holes. This is where you stick your hands in, and there's some really thick gloves in there, and that keeps you from the abrasive hurting your hands. But yeah, so you'll see me working in this cabinet after I get an air compressor. I really need an air compressor. I'm gonna set that sideways so it doesn't fall. Okay, now this one here is the same thing, except just like an outdoor. You fill this tank full of sand, and then hook an air compressor to this, and then sand sprays out of this at a high rate of speed. This is an extra hose for the gun inside there. Alright, also he gave me 2 big boxes, probably 20 pounds each, of sandblasting material, and this is basically a glass bead. So you got 2 full boxes of that, and after that I'll switch to sand for the most part. Alright guys, this is a fan shroud. It's basically where your fan for your motor sticks inside there, and it controls the flow of air at your motor to be sucked through your radiator. Anyway, those crack and break over time, and this one's perfectly good, so who knows what it'll go in. It'll obviously go in a Chevrolet, but got a new fan shroud. I have a friend whose radiator hose collapses when he hits the gas, so it stops the flow of water. You remember the blue truck we worked on that one day? Anyway, some radiator hoses come with a spring inside of them, and that way it won't collapse because the spring's there. His radiator hose doesn't have one, but this one does. So I brought him the radiator hose so he can cut the spring out for his hose. Okay, now I'm sure it'd be far more entertaining to watch me take these 2 motors out, but it's getting dark and my car's in the way of my strap. So I'm gonna have to roll my car back into her little hole over there, which I hate to do, and back up under that strap so I can unload these motors, and by that time it's gonna be dark. So I'm gonna show you the motors, and we'll have to wrap up the video. I've got 2 motors. One of them you saw me pull out of the El Camino. The other one was given to me by a friend. It was just sitting at his house being unused, and I told him that I was going to build some motors, so he just gave it to me. I'm going to show you the 350 first. This is a 350 Chevy motor. This is the bottom side, actually. This is where your oil filter screws on and everything. Your crankshaft runs through there, and everything that connects to your crankshaft runs through those holes right there. Anyway, this is the bottom side of the engine. Normally this is where your oil pan would go. Alright, so this block, I'm not actually going to be building this engine. I've already given it away. So it's actually going to stay in the truck, and it's going to work with me tomorrow. I traded this for a generator, so I appreciate my buddy. I already told him I didn't know what I was going to do with it. He said he didn't care to take it. So this will now be a generator. This is the big mammer jammer. This air cleaner I really like. It's kind of old school. And yeah, so that'll go on something one day. It won't go on this motor, because this motor will have to look all prettied up, but we'll see. Maybe I can talk him into it. Let me get a good angle. It's got some sand on it from my unloading job. But this is a 400 small block. It's pretty similar to a 350. You can't really tell the difference by looking at them, but there's different hole sizes and stroke sizes. This is a bigger motor. These motors actually had kind of a bad name because they would get hot a lot and stuff like that, but as long as you really take care of them and you're not too crazy, then they're great motors. This is a 400 small block. It's fully dressed. I got all the components, including AC. So that was the big one. I wasn't supposed to take this chain, so don't tell Robbie. But yeah, the flywheel might have got bent loading it in the truck. I don't know until I pull it off, but anyway, 400 small block. This motor will be a very, very beautiful motor one day. Alright guys, so I know it got kind of dark there at the end, but the rest of this video I'm going to be unloading this stuff in the dark, so I had to just kind of show y'all the best I could. I had a good time in Texas. I got to see my mom and my friends. I got spoiled obviously with a whole bunch of stuff, so everything that I showed you guys I was given to by some friends, so I appreciate all of you guys for those gifts. They will be very well used. I don't know how well my camera's going to pick up the sunset. Let's see. Not too bright. Anyway, the sun's setting on me. I'm going to go wash my hands up and finish cleaning this truck out. Alright guys, love y'all. Thanks for watching.